So Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 1, 6 wins in the last 7 games. We won a cup final today, the first of 11. The super fans were dubbing it as 11 cup finals to victory. Yes, we've got the trophy, lads. We've got the trophy. Yeah, well done. Listen, I'm surprised you lot ain't out partying. Yeah, listen, we're on the rosé, and it's jubilant, like absolutely buzzing in this household.
Hey, I'm going up to Lord Avenel Road in about an hour. They've got the bunting out. Bunting out. Westby Road and Avenel Road and Highbury Hill.
They got the trifle, Jez. Like Kenny's already, Kenny's ready and waiting. He's waiting for
you. You know what I mean? I'm ready, you know.
Up with Kenny in about 3 hours. We've got the bus ride and everything.
It's going to be epic scenes, mate.
Plastic trophy.
Mind you, it's not going to quite on Avenel Road. If you go down, if you go near the Rainbow, past the Rainbow, keep on that side of the road, get the Fame Villas. I think the party's going to be around there.
Hey, they've all got carpet burns on their knees, mate. Yeah, where their knees sliding, jizzing over Mikel Arteta. They're all going to be stuck to their bed. Yeah, they're all going to be stuck to their bedsheet. Oh, listen, it's Father's Day in Spain today. I never knew that until about an hour ago, but it's Father's Day in Spain. So big up all the Spanish fathers out here. And listen, it's scenes. Listen, we've won the first of 11 cup finals. We've got a 2-week break before we get the cup final against Palace. The manager's got us to 11 cup finals in 2 months, which has never been seen before. He's breaking all sorts of records. The performance weren't that great. Some good performances from the players, certain players, but overall it wasn't great to watch. It was a long 90 minutes, and we got the job done. Jez, for anyone who hasn't watched your fan cam, firstly, why haven't you? And secondly, give us your breakdown, mate.
It was an all right performance. Villa, let's be fair, they really didn't offer up a lot, let's be honest. They didn't have a shot on goal in the first half. And as I said in the chat during the game, if we had actually had a striker that can score goals, that game was over at half time. And we would have been cruising and saying basically, that's it, job done. But sadly, yet again, Lacazette, lack of threat, whatever you want to call him, is... I'm sorry, man. I don't know what's happened to you. You are absolute pony. You know, I mean, I don't know. I actually feel sad for the guy because I really don't know what's happened to him. But yeah, I mean, there were some good performances there. But yeah, I mean, come on, let's get it right. A decent team today. If that had been Liverpool, if that had been Man City, if that had been even off, I dare say,
United, Tottenham, Chelsea,
that'd have been 3 or 4-0 all day, and with the opportunities we had. So yeah, there you go. That's it.
There you go. Kenny, for anyone who hasn't watched your fan cam, why not go and check it out? Obviously, after this video. And what are your little thoughts on the game, mate, for anyone who hasn't watched your fan cam?
I thought we complete control of the game. Complete control of the game. Our tempo was better than Villa's. Villa played slow football, which played into our hands. Big mistake against us. And, you know, trying to play the ball long, big mistake. As I said, that the performance from that first half should have been a different goal scoreline. It should have been 2 or 3 up. In fact, if we won that game 4-0, I don't think anyone would complain because that's how much in control we were of the football match. As Jay says, you know, the consensus opinion is that we do need we would need some sort of striker.
Yeah, 100%.
But in terms of like moving forward, where we're going as a team, you know, just pray that Crystal Palace play like that against us because we'll win that comfortably as well.
Yeah, and this is the thing. It's like, you know, we have been very, very, very reliant on Saka and Smith Rowe this season. And to be fair to both of them, yeah, they've actually, Saka especially, yeah, because Saka didn't have a great start to the season. But I think since January, I think he's really kicked on. Yeah, like against Liverpool, I thought he was shocking. But other than that, pretty much every game since January, I think he's been actually really good, apart from that Liverpool game. Yeah, but Smith Rowe is our top goal scorer this season. So Project Youth is banged. It's banged. It's out of the stratosphere. We've knocked it out the ballpark. The problem is we don't have a number 10 that scores 10, 15 goals. We don't have a striker that can do that either. And that is where I feel we're lacking. Yeah, because Smith Rowe and Saka, they're going to be inconsistent. They're kids, right? Same with Martinelli. Yeah, people who say about Odegaard, oh, he's a kid. Well, he's not. He's 23 years old. You know, and this lot have gassed him up like he's the second coming of Mesut Ozil. So, you know, he's played for Madrid and blah, 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 blah. Right? He scored 5 goals this season. Lacazette scored 6. You know, them two kids have really led the line for us. And if we had an elite striker up front, we would have already cemented top 4 and we'd probably be 3rd, if we're being honest. Yeah. And, you know, I feel like in the summer, and both you guys have said it, and every fan cam I've done tonight has said it, we need to have a big summer window. And I've said to everyone, are we going to go and get an elite striker? Because what elite striker is going to pick us over all the other elite clubs? You know, and that's the problem. And then it's a case of, well, we're not going to get the top draw. So now we're going second tier. And second tier gets you second tier results. You know, so unless we pull some madness out of the bag in the summer, I feel it's going to be rinse and repeat of, and I can already see it, and you guys will probably be the same, yeah. And put me wrong if I'm saying it wrong. We used to beat the little teams with Wenger, or the smaller teams with Wenger, and we used to get piped by the big teams. We used to get Champions League and then get a certain level and then get kicked out by a better team that would batter us. This is Mark II, mate. Yeah, we're beating teams that we should be beating, and we're getting banged by teams that we're getting banged by under Wenger. Now we're going to get Champions League. The excuse will be, well, it's the first season back in the Champions League, but then we have to get it again. I don't think if this manager gets in the Champions League, which I think he will, but if he does get in the Champions League, I don't think we're getting it again next season. He's already crying about a fixture pile-up and then never changed any players that were because of his decision. It was because they were forced, like the goalkeeper, like Martinelli today. You know, Saka played 73 minutes the other night. Why didn't he hook him at half-time and put Pepe on? Why didn't he start Pepe today? Albeit, yeah, after the event, it's cool because Saka scored the winner. But why didn't Lokonga play? You know, why didn't Savage come in? Because if these players are knackered and he's crying about fixture pile-up, you wait till next season. And Kenny, you said it, we need 6, 7 players.
I totally agree with that, because I think what it is that you have to get to those levels there. You know, it's no good. The manager himself said yesterday that in order for us to get to the highest level, we need to be scoring 90 to 100 league goals. So those are his words, and I second that and say we need about the same amount of points, 90 to 100. So to do that, so I get better players. Don't go for sentiment. Don't keep players like Lacazette and you know, Eddie Nketiah just to keep your squad levels of the highest. Just replace them. You know, there's no need to look back. Let's look forward. You know, he's got his work cut out, because let's face it, you know, there ain't many elite strikers. 2, and the most frightening thing is, you know, your fox in the box is no longer like the how to say it, the
required striker.
It's not even the golden ticket position now, because they want strikers to do all sorts. They want them to track back, press, score goals, have assists.
So
you want to back. So those strikers are few and far between. So we have to spend money, and real money. Let's get into the player ratings. Big up to everyone watching as well. Make sure you are smashing a like on the video. If you are going to cry about the player ratings, don't, because we don't care. Yeah, we're here to tell you that we don't care. It's our player rating. Well, it's actually these guys' player ratings. So if you don't agree with Jez or Kenny's player ratings, don't cry like a baby. You know, like Arteta did all week about fixture congestion. Just put your player ratings in and say, lads, I don't agree with you. Here's my player ratings. It's an opinion. Yeah, it's not a fact. It is an opinion based on what Jez and Kenny have watched. And if you don't agree with it, don't cry about it, because we don't care. Because you'll come back next week and cry again. Just stop. Let's go Leno. First game for a long time, Jez. And
I didn't even clock that Ramsdale weren't even in the team until about 10 minutes before kickoff. So I went through the starting 11, and I was like, after like 10 minutes before kickoff, I was like, wow, Ramsdale's not in the team. How did you make it?
I spotted that. I was waiting for you to pick up on it.
I hadn't even had a Sylvester at that point, mate. Maybe that's probably why I didn't clock it.
I thought Leno was good. I thought he was solid. And he made a great final save at the end, let's be fair. The only thing I'd knock him down on, I thought maybe rusty. His distribution at times was a bit poor. But overall, I think he did all right, and I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he was all right, mate. Yeah, it's when he's under pressure, he starts flapping and punching, and then his kicks are wayward. But listen, we'll put that down to rustiness. He ain't played for a long, long time. And the save at the end, big hands on that to parry that miles away, because he could have put that back in the danger zone. It's a tap in 1-1. So big up to him. Let's go to Cedric Suarez, Kenny Ken.
Yeah, first half, I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was excellent. He was sharp. You know, like I said, and I'm not just talking about from a defensive point of view. I've always said that he gives us. He's probably going to give, not so much him, but I've always wanted us to have more from an attacking threat down the right hand side than what Tomiyasu gives us. Tomiyasu's defensively is flawless, in Rita game flawless, but in terms of attacking point of view, I want Cedric Suarez to give us more in the first half. Obviously, he was involved in the goal. Second half, I thought he was comfortable. You know, Traore came on. You know, in the middle of the second half, didn't trouble him one bit. You know, he was not Traore. I mean Bailey. Traore was on Tierney's side. Bailey came on. Bailey you know, put deeper crosses and got some good crosses in, but you know, defence got out of trouble. So for me, I'm going to give him a 7, because the first half I was happy with it. Second half, I thought we didn't really have much to do. Bit comfortable, but yeah, he's been one of our better players in this run in terms of
he's been very impressive. I can't lie. He's had moments where he scared the life out of us, but the one thing I will say we can all agree on is when you have an overlapping fullback with Saka. Saka plays a lot better. A lot better. And as good as Tomiyasu is defensively, going forward, non-existent. And Saka then gets isolated, which means we then struggle. Yeah. So yeah, man, he's been pretty good. Yeah, he's not the level required to win us the title, but he's not a bad backup right now for where we are. Let's go to the opposite side, Jez. Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, I thought he played solid today. Honestly, he made. I was happy to see today. He was incisive, and he made some great crosses into the box. So for me, all day long, I liked his attitude today, and he's a 7 for me all day long.
One of his better games this season, because he's been poor for most of it. So nice to see him back. Let's go to centre backs. Let's go to Benjamin White, Kenny.
Yeah, Benjamin White, I thought he had a good first half as well. Like I said, you know, he made a good saving tackle from. I think it was just from a shot. I think it was from a shot from. Was it? I don't know if it was from.
I think it was. No, I think it was Buendia, and Watkins was peeling off the back with it. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, and
it was very. He did a very good job on Watkins as well. Kept him really quiet. You know, he plays with a lot of confidence. Second half as well. You know, Villa didn't trouble us too much, and he gave Leno some very good protection alongside Gabriel. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well.
Let's go to Gabriel, Jez. He made a really, really good header clearance. I think it was Watkins was ready to tap it in, back stick. Yeah. And he spooned it out over the bar for a corner. What did you make of him today?
Yeah, I thought he was solid. I see a lot of people giving him a bad time, but I actually think, you know, he's growing into the game, and I was impressed. Yeah, as you say, it was a great saving header, and yeah, solid for me. Didn't do anything really wrong in my book, and I'll give him a 7 all day.
I think he's been our best centre back. Yeah, by a country mile this season. In fact, I'd actually go as far to say he's been our best defender this season. Yeah, Tierney's been inconsistent. Tomiyasu's been in and out of the team. Yeah, Cedric's been in and out of the team. Ben White's been iffy at times, but good at times. Yeah, he is kind of consistent. I know he was a bit poor for the second goal against Liverpool, and he's had his moments this season, but I think he's been our best centre-back, or best defender, should I say. Let's go into midfield. Kenny, Thomas Partey.
Best player on the pitch. I think him and Tierney, like I said, were brilliant today, but I think Thomas Partey, when Arsenal, when he plays like that, Arsenal are very, very difficult to beat. Very difficult to beat. He is the leader on the football pitch. I know, like, if people talk about candidates for captaincy next season, forget Odegaard, forget Kieran Tierney, give it to this geezer. He's a leader, and he's an automatic choice. You know, like I said, he influences other players. Granit Xhaka enjoys playing with him, and Granit Xhaka plays better football, and you know, when he's alongside him, and you want a player who bosses the midfield and makes the team better, and Thomas Partey has done that, especially since I think since November really, but it's been more prominent in the calendar year. For me, he's getting a point.
Yeah, I thought he was superb, and I think he's been superb for the last 3, 4, 5 matches. Yeah, since the red card, really. As soon as he got that red card, it's almost like something switched on in his head. Yeah, where he had that little break after the AFCON. Yeah, he came back, got the red, had the break, and since then, I think he's been brilliant, mate. He really has, and it's took him a long, long time to get out of that Simeone structure and setup. Yeah, and I think he's been quality, and he's actually now keeping his shots in the stadium, which is also a bonus.
He's obviously working on his duties.
A dear friend of ours, I remember his last ever fan cam. The title was "Thomas Partey be better off at Twickenham." Yeah, well, since then, big up to you, Claude. Yeah, since then, he's been keeping his shots in the stadium, mate. So big up to him. Let's go to his partner in crime, Jez, Granit Xhaka. Very, very lucky at times to stay on the pitch, because on another day, a different ref would have sent him off for his back chat. He was pushing Buendia. He got a yellow. Yeah, he was always involved in the mouthy stuff. But overall, what did you make of him?
Yeah, well, it's Xhaka doing Xhaka stuff, isn't it? He was lucky. I mean, there's that when he did that stupid nonsense, and he tried to stamp on the bloke's foot. You know, that could have been a double yellow, and you're gone, man. You know, why do it? Why try and do this impetuous children? Oh, you know, no. I mean, he's slow. He's got the turning circle of the Titanic, and we know where the Titanic is. So, you know, that says it all, really. I've got no time for the bloke. I don't rate him. I don't like him. But I'll give him, I'll be fair. I'll be fair, and I'll give him a 6, because he did do some stuff, but no, he's got to go, man. He's pony.
Do you think he will go? Because he's linked to Roma again, and we gave him that new contract, which is kind of standard procedure, that if you don't get your move, you get offered a new contract with the option of, we'll give you a pay rise because you didn't get your move, but next summer we'll let you go. Do you think he'll go?
I think he will. I think he will. And I bloody hope he will. And, you know, mate, I'll actually drive you to the airport. I'll pay for your flight. Seriously. Because I think, you know, your time is done. You're not good enough for Arsenal. I don't get why Mourinho would want him at Roma. But let's keep that one very quiet. Let's whisper.
Yeah.
Mourinho doesn't hear us, because Mourinho...
Oh, Jose is brilliant, mate. He's absolutely superb, mate. Absolutely superb.
World class.
He's brilliant. Oh, if you can't see what Granit Xhaka does, mate, you can F off down the lane.
Switzerland captain. Take him in a heartbeat, Mr. Mourinho. He'll do wonders.
He's the Swiss Pirlo. Swiss Pirlo, mate. Baller. Let's go to Martin Odegaard, Kenny, because a lot of people in my chat were kind of split. And Jez, you probably see this. A lot of people were 50-50 with Odegaard today. Some were saying he played actually really well, and others were saying bit iffy. Yeah, played well for 20 minutes and then fell away. What did you make of him?
I think I can see that definitely, because in the first half I thought he was very good. Played good football. Like I said, kept the moves going for it. Got his passes going well. Faded in the second half, which he does sometimes. And I'm going to give him a 6 today, because he was a goodish performance in the first half, but faded, which he kind of did on Wednesday. So 6 for me.
Let's go to Smith Rowe, Jez.
Smith Rowe, yeah. I mean, gave a performance. He gave a good shift. There was a couple of times there, really, where he was a bit selfish in my book, where there was one occasion he could have slotted it to Laka and given it to Laka to give it a go. But I'll quantify that by saying maybe Smith Rowe is thinking, well, Laka, you're shit, so I'll give it to myself. Who knows? I could be talking bollocks, and I probably am. But sometimes Smith Rowe, he's young and he'll learn. Sometimes he needs to take a step back and look and think, who's in a better position than me? But yeah, it was a good performance. I'm not going to knock him for that. He had an opportunity on a couple of occasions. So I can't say he was outstanding, to be fair. So I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I think that's kind of fair. Like, he's very deceptive with his pace. Yeah, it's like he gets the ball. I love how so direct he is. Yeah, that is his best trait. He's so direct. He gets the ball and then he just goes. Yeah, and it's like, remember, like, I'm not comparing him to Yaya Toure in terms of quality, because he's nowhere near now, right? But Yaya Toure, as soon as he got them legs striding away, he's gone. Yeah, and I feel like Smith Rowe has that. Yeah, and it's like he's very, very deceptive. Yeah, and today he took one off a Lacazette. He blasted one over the bar when he probably could have passed to Lacazette. Yeah, and he works hard. Yeah, and he is our top goal scorer. And we forget he is only 21 years old. Yeah, and he's our top goal scorer. So fair play to him. Let's move to the opposite side. Bukayo Saka scored the goal.
He was sharp, and he scared the living daylights out of the Villa defence. He's playing really. I can. As much as I've always said, and I'll stand by it all the time, where I've always said that in terms of like technical ability, fair play's a better player. But for the team, I can see why Saka plays instead of him, because he moves the ball a lot quicker. There's none of this sort of like stop and then go away, because when Pepe stops and then accelerates, team players getting back into position. But when you get the ball to Saka, it's like boom, acceleration, and then acceleration, and there's end products with Saka. Plus he's scoring goals. They both got 9 league goals, and who knows? They could go on to get 12, 13, between 12 and 15 goals in the season. Still games for them to do that. But for me, keep on like I said, proving me wrong. And from moving forward, keep on proving me right, because I think that we've got to play there. So I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah,
not quite my
man of the match from BT as well.
Man of the match, but you know what? He's one of those players you just think, just keep on developing. Please keep developing.
Yeah.
Get in that position where we can play you in that false number 9, and you will smash it. Keep it going, lads.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, fact. All right, listen, BT Sport gave him man of the match. Yeah, and I get that. He scored the winning goal. So, and listen, he had Tyrone Mings and their left back, on strings pretty much all day.
Tyrone Mings, he got lucky that he played the ball first and he was low, because if that was any higher, I
didn't think, like, Jez, you was in my chat saying that could be a red and the studs were up, and by the letter of the law, it should have probably been a red. Yeah, for me, I thought that was a great tackle and shouldn't have even been a yellow. Yeah, he won the ball. Yeah, and his follow through and his momentum carried him on. And listen, Tyrone Mings is a big lad. Yeah, he can't just instantly stop. There was one in the second half on Tierney. I think it was Matt Cash. Yeah, similar, very similar. And again, it's like, and this is the thing. Like, we see yesterday, Jimenez get sent off for a second yellow on foul on the goalkeeper. Like, for me, that ain't even a foul. If anything, it's a foul for Jimenez from the goalkeeper. It's like, it's all subjective, but It is what it is. Let's go to the dwarf up front that scored 6 goals in 29 appearances. Lacazette, spends more time on all fours, twerking, than he does actually touching the ball.
Lacazette, dearie me, what has happened to this man? Shocking, absolutely awful. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like the guy. It's not as though I've got any personal agenda against him, but I don't know what's happened. He's fallen off a cliff. This guy's really fallen off a cliff. I mean, he had a couple of great chances today, and he just fluffs it. So I'm sorry, mate. You know, you've really got to get out of the club and move on. I think it's your time. Your time's done. And I'm sorry to say this, but for me today, you are that poor. And I'm not going to bring into the argument your work rate, because I don't even think your work rate was great today. So you today for me are a 4.
I can't disagree. Yeah, shocking. Anyone who's never tried this wine either, yeah, Marquez de Riscal.
Rioja.
Yeah.
Lovely Rioja.
Yeah, very, very, very nice. €7 a bottle. It's beautiful, man. I can't drink red like Jez, so I drink the
I love Rioja. I love it.
Kenny drinks the Ribena. It's a little bit darker than this. Yeah, but not as dark as Jez's red. We're all on the wine. Yeah, come on. Let's go to substitutes. Let's go to Nicola Pepe. We was actually all baffled, amused and amazed that he came on, after 68 minutes for Bukayo Saka.
Because he listened to me. Arteta saw...
He watches the videos, Jez.
He saw, Jez is right. Get Pepe on.
We know he watches the watch-along. Yeah, him and Airpod Albert are sat there with the iPad, with the earphones in. They're watching it. We know this. Come on, they watch the show all the time. Yeah, come on. But yeah,
Pepe. You know, thing with Nicola Pepe, there was a certain thing he did when he came on, where he lost the ball and he was out of position. I thought, that's why he don't pick you. That's, that time when Dan, especially down our left hand side with Ashley Young, and where he lost the ball, and then we were out of position. Arteta was screaming, "Get back into shape! Get back into shape!" Did you see that instant involving Pepe when he lost possession? And I'm thinking, bloody hell, you did up yourself there with this manager.
He was poor when he came on. I can't.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where I just thought, the manager wants to play you, but he can't play you because he's such a stickler for defensive shape off the ball and pressing, and he doesn't want to what happened last season against us where we were overlapped a lot. He can't afford that, and that's why I think Pepe will struggle to get into this team, and he struggled today. I have to look. I ain't gonna lie. If I was to give Pepe a 5, it's out of pity because he weren't great.
Don't you think, though, Kelly? Don't you think that if he was given a run of games, his confidence level would go up?
I think you're right, because I think if you look at Smith Rowe, though Smith Rowe's got a better return, Smith Rowe, in terms of his rhythm, has suffered a lot because he's lost his pace, all intents and purposes, to Martinelli, who gives us something probably a bit more effective when we from a sort of defensive point of view, where he can press and he can track back, which Arteta loves, and he changes the pace of our attacks because he could, if you hit the diagonal ball, not only is he going to control it first time, but he's going to go at pace at defenders and then turn them in a way that Smith Rowe can do it, but he can't do it consistently on Martinelli. So again, Smith Rowe and Pepe are rhythm players. They have to be playing on a consistent basis to get their legs going and get tune. You can't bring them. You can't bring it on in bits and pieces because you are going to see
Martinelli and Saka are the complete opposite of that. Martinelli and Saka, they can just turn up in a said game. Yeah, whereas Pepe and Smith Rowe, they need a run of games to get into their stride. You're spot on with that, mate. Absolutely spot on.
And I think that's the thing, it's rhythm. So it's hard to criticise them. But in terms of what Mikel wants, I can see why with this manager, it's a roll of the dice to play him.
No, I get that. I get that. Let's go to Rob Holding.
Came on. Yeah, fair play. Came on. Didn't do a great amount. Did his job. I'll give him a 5.
And Eddie Nketiah has run out of credit. Yeah, his pay-as-you-go sim has been terminated. What did you make of him, Kenny?
There wasn't really much for him to do, you know what I mean? You know, there was, you know, I think whenever he plays in Nketiah, he tells them to play anywhere other than in the box.
Right wing, left wing,
CDM. He does tend to play on the left-hand side when he comes on. And, you know, let's face it, Eddie Nketiah is what he is on the team, right? He's one of those players where you just know he's going at the end of the season, you know, and I suppose you play Lacazette, one, because of experience, because you know that the alternative is not better. So I can only give him a 4 because, you know, that's not out of criticism. It just wasn't enough time for him to affect the game. And let's face it, the game mentally was won by us because Villa just couldn't break us down.
No, great.
Yeah, true, man. Yeah, true. Let's, you know how we do. Anyone who disagrees with the player ratings, don't cry like bitches. I see enough bitches in the fan cam comments. You pair of clowns, Arteta has done you both on mine and Brandon's fan cam. Arteta's done us both. Yeah, that's because he's got to 11 cup finals. So fair play. We're in the mud. We hold our hands up. And yeah, Arteta's done us all, mate. Yeah, we're done. We're 16 points behind City, but we're in 11 cup finals, of which we've won 1.
By the way, I meant to tell you, apparently a guy the other night after the Liverpool game, I'm senile and I need to go into an old people's home. I know.
Hey, Jez, get yourself sectioned real quick, mate. Yeah, you know, that Alzheimer's is kicking in real quick, mate.
It's bad. It's really bad today. You know, I'm sorry, but, you know, I've got to sign myself in.
I know, it's mad. Yeah, it's actually mad. Listen, at least you've got a good support network around you, mate.
Exactly.
You do it so fun.
Hey, listen, we're going to do the podcast tomorrow evening. I'll keep you posted in the group chat. Can you hear these baby parrots? Can you hear them?
No.
Could you hear them about a minute ago? Like, there's about 7 baby parrots. They stay in this tree, yeah, all day and don't move, right? Then at this time of night, they start getting mouthy and just fly around for 5-10 minutes and then fly to the next tree and then come back again. Every night. They're literally this big, tiny little beautiful baby parrots, man. But anyway, we're going to do a 3-2-1 and then we're going to do our Arteta rating. Like I said, if you cry about it, we really don't care because we're going to come back and do it again in 2 weeks anyway. The podcast will be tomorrow. Like I said, I'll put it in the group chat with the time. But most likely any time between 6 and 8 UK time. But I'll keep you posted. 3, 2, 1, 5.
6. I think what's happened is that, you know, the reason I'm giving him a 6 is because I think, you know, let's face it, I think a lot of things went in his favour today. Leno was hungry when he came on. And, you know, as our the way we played, the tempo we played scared the living donuts out of Villa. You know, and they just knew that we basically forced them into making mistakes. And even the second half, Gerrard was scared to, you know, make the changes a bit quicker because he thought if he brought on the players that he brought on, you know, like, you know, Bailey and Traore, we probably would have murdered them because they would have just not tracked back and, you know, given some more spaces. So, you know, Villa were how do I say it?
Yeah, good comment.
Nice positive free. You say, yeah. What difficult I thought would they be?
Yeah, 100%, mate. Listen, big up to everyone who's watched. Make sure you smash the likes on the video. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the next player ratings, but we're back again tomorrow for the podcast. Next week, I'll also be doing the regulars. I'll be doing 2 lives a day rather than 1. And there is a Muppet Twitter show coming next week. Muppet Twitter, YouTube, whatever. I've got to be careful how I use a certain fan cam or fan channels videos because they do you for copyright. But don't worry, 11 cup finals, baby. We've won 1 out of 1. 10 to go. Arteta out.
Always.
You prick.